Hey everyone, I just thought I'd forewarn you that this video is not appropriate for children. And why is that? Because I'm on it. Jacob Letman, this is the Rideshare Hub. Welcome back to another installment. We're happy to have you here. We're talking about things and stuff. I don't even know what. I'm just going to make it up off the top of my head. But before we do that, before I get improving on you, what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to tell you how you can save some money on your gasoline fill-ups there. That's right. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go down into the video description below. There is a link there. I'm going to stop talking like that now. There's a link there in the video description below for the GetUpside app. You're going to click it. You're going to download it. Why are you going to do that? Because once you download the GetUpside app and get signed up, you're going to save 15 cents per gallon on your first initial fill up using it. So what are you going to do? You're going to have an empty ass tank of gas, like flat zero, like pushing your vehicle into the gas station so you can fill it up with 15 cents off, because paying gasoline sucks. All right, as long as you continue to use that app, you'll continue to save money that you can cash out in the form of gift cards for places like Starbucks, because I know you're addicted to it, or you can just send it straight into your PayPal account and get cash back. How about them apples? You can refer friends and get more money back. You could do it so much you could get free gasoline for a lifetime, or until it runs out of this planet, which is probably like 8 years. Okay, but I digress. Back to the real meat and potatoes. Yeah, hey, if you like this video at the end, or you like some of my weird jokes, or you like my face, you can give this video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Okay, hey, here's what we're talking about today. We are putting Uber Pool and Lyft Line under the microscope, and we're talking about them, and we're determining whether or not we like them as drivers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's because it's not in every city, but it is in the majority of major cities worldwide. And just in case you don't know what they are, let's talk about it a little bit. So, Uber Pool, Lyft Line is when a passenger decides that, oh, hey, I want to be a cheapskate today. Just kidding, but no, seriously. And so they select, I'm going to do this. It's basically carpooling, right? So they can opt in to share their Lyft or Uber ride with someone else and make it a carpool experience, which is just so enjoyable for everybody. Is it? They get a cheaper fare. Basically, they select it ahead of time. You pick them up. It will notify you ahead of time. This is a Uber Pool or Lyft Line ride. They get in. You're driving, right? And then there's someone else on the route to wherever they're going that also needs a ride in that direction. And they say, hey, I'll accept this Uber Pool or Lyft Line ride. And they jump in your vehicle as well. And everyone's happy. Hey, not exactly, but that is what it is. All right, so according to Uber and Lyft, here are some of the pros for their I don't know what you would call it, their creation, their child creation. All right, the pros. So as said by Uber and Lyft, there is less downtime and more rides. And I would say this is accurate. You know, as a driver, if you are going for a bonus for the week and the number of rides that you're trying to get really matters to you, then maybe it's advantageous, because let's say you got one passenger in, you get pinged for that Lyft Line ride, and you swerve across 8 lanes of traffic so that you can follow the navigation exactly, because that's what they want you to do, and you make it there and you pick them up, and then you get credit for 2 rides going in the direction of 1 ride. So in that sense, yes, I think that is a pro. For those of us who don't care how many rides we give, well, it's not really a pro, is it? So it's actually not here in Phoenix where I drive. We don't have it. And my first I am a little out of touch. So I did my research. Hopefully all my facts are straight. It's been 3 years since I've given one of these rides. The last time I was living in Orange County, California, and I was up in LA doing some driving. I typically would do that after auditions and stuff because it would take me like 75 hours to get back to Orange County in traffic. So anyway, I'm in like West Hollywood, driving, giving this guy a ride who's got his headphones in. I had never heard of Lyft line. And so I get a ping, and my navigation changes, and it abruptly changes, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? And the passenger had to explain to me what the deal was. And so I seriously swerved and tried to navigate. And the weird thing about it was probably only like a 6-mile ride. So, which in LA was probably like 2.5 hours. But no, it was probably legitimately like a 25 minute ride. And, but then I had to do all this zigzagging around and weird navigating to pick up the next person. And he was going like 10 blocks, not very far. So it was, I thought it was really weird. It just didn't seem to flow very well. And, sorry, I got sidetracked. I was reading one of my other pros. So it didn't seem to flow very well. One of my biggest things against Uber Pool Lyft line is that it's weird energy in the vehicle. At least I found. You know, if you have one person or two people, you have a group that knows each other, right? You have a ride, they know each other, or one person. You either create a rapport with them and you banter back and forth, or they're doing their own thing. They're sitting on their phone, they're sleeping, doing drugs in your back seat, whatever. Don't let them do that. That was a trick question. You caught it. And so that's a dynamic, right? Well, then you throw in the dynamic of some random other person getting in at the same time, and it just is like, what do I do now? Do I try and talk to this guy? Do we try and make friends? Do we not make friends? Do we like each other? Does it smell weird in here? Am I driving too fast? Is the music too loud? I had all those thoughts go through my mind. So I didn't like that part about it for sure. Now, let's see. What's another pro about this thing? Nothing. There's no other pros. No. So on the Lyft side, I don't know if this is still true. You can get at me in the comment section below and let me know. Lyft line, you still have to, if you show up to pick up a passenger and you're not there, you still have to wait 5 minutes before canceling. With Uber Pool, I believe it's just 2 minutes, and then you can move on. I don't know if that's true or not. Not sure. Get at me. I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure with Uber it's 2 minutes still, right? You show up, they're not there, bada bing, bada boom, you can keep going. So that's cool. Okay, let's see. So what do we get paid doing this? We get paid the exact same. Same thing. Just same. Time and mileage. Always the same. Weird routes. I think it made my route very weird. I do remember that, and I read about a lot of drivers that said the same thing, and the expectation is that you stick to that route. That's like a big deal with it. Stressful. Yeah, that's one of the cons. So, in the rides that I remember in LA, it was like, LA is never freaking straightforward. You're looking, you're like, I think that's the guy. There's 17 people behind me. There's cars all lined up along the street, so I can't really pull over, but I'm gonna kind of pull over, and they're gonna jump in my car fast. And, but the seat's all the way forward, and he's got to adjust that, but not too far, because the guy back here is like, oh, bro, you pinched my legs. I find the whole thing completely stressful, and they don't incentivize us to do it. I don't think it's advantageous. I'm going to get to what I really think about this in a moment. So basically, a lot of drivers have said that it's more work for the same amount of money. But yeah, it can kind of be a lot more work because you have to manage more people. You have another pickup, another drop off, which is the hardest part about driving. It's not freaking hard when you're in the car as long as your passengers aren't on drugs and, trying to stab you. It's not a funny joke for rideshare drivers, actually. But anyway, yeah, so the hardest part about it, especially in major busy cities, is trying to navigate where to pick up and drop off people, and this just makes it harder. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a lot of drivers have lowered ratings because the overall experience for passengers it's not more enjoyable, but I think they should understand that, they're stepping into this. And here's my biggest issue about the whole thing. Okay? Oh, I greatly value communication. I have a degree in communications. I know what's happening with business communications. Taking a lot of classes on it. So when Uber and Lyft say something, I know what they're really saying. It's like politicians, right? It's rhetoric. It's it's for PR. Everything's got to be framed in a way that makes it look good, sound good, right? So it's BS. This is a BS system. It's stupid. And seriously, think about this. And if you agree with me, let me know. Give me a thumbs up and then get in the comment section at me. Uber and Lyft took over the taxi cab market, right? So we'll call it the rideshare, the market. They took it over because they came up with a great system, or Uber did, and then Lyft joined in on the party, of being able to have drivers be independent contractors, drive their own vehicles, which is a better experience already, because it's a cleaner car, right? It should be anyway, hopefully. And it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. It's way more timely, and it's way cheaper than taxis. And our cars don't smell as bad or have gum on the seats, mostly. So it was a great concept. And the thing is, when you do that, think about this. When Redbox came out on the scene, they wiped out the box movie rental stores, because they had a system where they could rent you a movie in a box. You could go to a box and pay $1 to get that movie. And so it just wiped them out, right? Like overnight. And then another example of this is like iTunes, right? iTunes had all these songs in their system, and you could just get on there and you could pay 99 cents and you could get a song, which I used LimeWire and ruined a lot of computers because I'm of that generation. But the point is, when someone comes up with a better system, they have a low price to get people attracted to it initially. They take over the market, they wipe out the competition, and then they can gradually up their prices. Or they can do it quickly. Uber and Lyft have not done that, first of all. They have not upped their prices, and so it's not reflecting the economy and what wages should be. Side tangent. Anyway, I almost lost my train of thought. What Uber Pool and Lyft Line, what they do is they're devaluing a devalued system, or a too low valued system already. So we're taking cheap rides that are far cheaper than taxi cabs, right? So if it's $10 ride, they're saying, oh, let's give it to you for $6.50 by being able to pair you up with someone else on the way. So you can save an extra $3.50. And it's like, it's just devaluing what we do even more. So it's like, let's just lower it and lower it and lower it. And yeah, so I don't appreciate that. I think we need to be upping the value of our rides at this point in the game. We're taking over the market. We're still better than taxis, and raise your freaking prices so we can make more money, so we don't have to be out there striking against you guys. All right, that's my soapbox. But here's how I know that I'm onto this and that this is accurate. This is a direct quote from Lyft. And the question is from a driver: why can't I opt out of Lyft Line? Fair question. Why can you not opt out of it? And quotes from the website. We've made a big marketing investment in the line to help grow the community, leading to more passengers and more rides for you. What does that mean? What are they really saying? They're saying, we found a way to give cheaper rides to more people at your expense. So you're not going to get anything extra, but you're going to have to do more work. And here it is. I figured it out. This is what it really comes down to. And I've verified this with no one except myself, but it makes sense to me. They thought, this is what they do, right, at headquarters. They sit down, they look at numbers. How much money are we making? How can we make more money? Well, how can we give more rides than we already are without, because we know how many drivers we're recruiting, right? And this is what that chart looks like. How can we give more rides? We can create this group thing so that we get more rides than we already had, and we'll devalue it. We'll give it to them even cheaper, and that'll attract more people. So it's devaluing rideshare driving. And that's my 2 cents on it. I don't like it. I didn't have a good experience with it. Hey, I'm open, though, to hearing your thoughts and feedback. Truly, I'm not always right. I was wrong once. No, almost so. No, I'm wrong often. But seriously, you guys, if you do drive in a city that offers Uber Pool or Lyft Line, let us know your thoughts and feedback on it. If you have a way, I read a lot of ways that drivers are like getting out of it. Like they'll accept the first ride and then they'll turn on airplane mode right away. All sorts of things. A lot of drivers out there really don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I don't think it helps the drivers at all, and I'm pro drivers. I'm not pro corporation, so that's what I think, Uber and Lyft. All right, you guys, get at me. That's what I got for you. Jacob Letman here on the Rideshare Hub. Until the next time, drive safe, everyone.